Hey, what's up, Robert?
Hey, what's going on, Constance?
It's Thursday. You know what that means?
What does that mean, sis?
I see something on your shirt. It says L to the O to the V to the E. Yes. It's Black Love Night, Rob.
Hey.
Yellow love for you, but it's Black love for the rest of us.
Got jokes already, huh, sis?
I got jizzy jokes. It's okay. Black Love Tonight, and we have some real interesting commentary. Me and the girlfriends were talking the other day about dating in 2021, and we were talking about the 90-day rule. And so I said, you know what? I'd like to get a man's perspective. Let's have Rob. Let's have a conversation with Rob and everybody else that's out there on this very topic. So, but before we get into this conversation, number one, I want to make sure if you are on YouTube, make sure that you are subscribing to Fly Nubian Queen, the network, the network for melanated women and men just like you. And then go over to Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter. Subscribe to my page too. You got a YouTube page, Rob?
I'm just Robert Antoinin on Facebook. I am Robert Antoinin on Clubhouse. I am Robert Antoinin on Instagram. I am Robert Antoinin on LinkedIn. You know what happened the last time I did that, Constance? I had like 11 people to come look me up on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah. Oh,
man.
They was people
go and check you out.
They was people, but they wasn't speaking, huh?
No, they were people and speaking on LinkedIn.
Oh, they were speaking too. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what's up. So I am Constance Carter on Instagram as well, and then Nobody Works Harder Than Constance Carter on Facebook. So make sure you follow and make sure you like and make sure you share. But listen, every time Rob and I come on here, please believe that this is a dialogue. It is not a monologue. And so it's just not just me and him talking. It's not me and just my big bro talking. It's us and you guys, because we want to hear what you have to say as well. So can we get down to it, or is there any more preliminary stuff that I need to talk about, Rob?
Well, sure. Hold on. Let me just show everybody that I love DC.
Oh, I thought you loved Black Love.
Go, right? Oh, I love Black Love. You know I love Black Love, but I just want to know for everybody who's watching, please let us know where you're watching from. If you're in Chi-Town, if you're in the UK, if you're in Washington, D.C. like me, or if you're in Cali with some Cali love, please put your name and tell us where you're watching from.
Well, I'm all the way from Cali. Where are you from, Rob?
Well, I'm on the East Coast, sis. I'm D.C. all day.
D.C., yes, sir. All right, so make sure you tell us where you're from, because last night we had somebody from Holland. We have somebody from South Africa. Yes, they were from all over the place. They chime in from all over the world, and they come every night faithfully to hear us talk about some craziness. And tonight is going to be a night just like every other night when we get together and talk about crazy. Oh, Ashley, she's from Texas.
What's happening, Ashley?
Hey. And then you have Facebook Tina from California. Hey, Tina. What's happening? Donna Castillo from San Jose, California. San Jose, that is my hometown, baby. Alethea over there from your area.
Hey, Howard County. What's up, Alethea? Toastmaster right there.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, Rob, what say you, homie? 90-day rule. Is it effective?
90-day rule.
Okay, so let's first talk about the 90-day rule. So what is the 90-day rule? Because a lot of people don't even know what the 90-day rule is. So Steve Harvey, I don't know if you guys read the book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, but Steve Harvey said, women, do not give up your goodies before 90 days, before dating or knowing a man 90 days. Because if you don't, then a man seems to take you for granted. A man may lose interest. A man may dip. He'll hit it and quit it, and you'll never see him again. So make sure you get to know that man intimately here before you know him here. So, Tia from Cali, what's up? So what are your thoughts? Is the 90-day rule, I mean, does it even work in this day and time? Like, is that even a thing? Like, can people actually even wait 90 days? Does it work in today's world of dating? What do you think, Rob? And I'm not talking about your personal experience. I'm just talking about you talking to the fellas, you talking to your lady friends. Is that even a thing?
So first off, Constance, I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of this conversation about the 90-day rule. So let's just get it out of the way.
Alethea said that's a long time.
Yeah. We are all grown, and we have to make sure. It's interesting that you have this conversation because not long ago you were talking about soul ties. So in regards to that, I don't know if you can put a number on the 90-day rule. I do know that you should get to know who your mate is because heaven forbid that you come to the situation with something and you leave taking away something that you didn't anticipate that you were taking, better known as an STD. If not that, then you may end up with a crazy person, male or female. So you should probably take some time to get to know that person.
Okay, so 90 days, 30 days, 60 days. What do you think?
For all my church people who are watching, for all the saints, you should wait until you are holy matrimony married before you decide to get down with the get down and do the hashtag grown up. But in this day and age, in this microwave society where you can swipe left, swipe right, and find everything that you like, I'm not really sure that 90 days is a realistic number. You know, my conversation I've had with you before, sometimes the moon and the stars just align in such a way and the right song comes on and he's wearing the right cologne and she's saying all the right things and she feels so good and he looks so well and the conversation just jived and it just happened.
Carmel said she waiting a year.
A year, that's 365 days.
That's 90 times 4. Yeah, so I think I believe that there definitely should be some waiting period. I believe that you definitely should have a waiting period. I can't, in this day and time, you can't really say, but I think if you want a meaningful relationship, waiting is the best. If you want something that can sustain and last a long time, I think you should wait. I really do. Because you could get into something relatively quickly. And then what you thought that things were, they may not be. I was talking to a gentleman the other day, last week, and he said that.
Well, hold on real quick. Before you go down that road, I just want to shout out Brian Williams because he said 30 days is good.
Okay, 30 days. Okay, 30 days.
I apologize.
No, but that's actually good coming from a brother because a lot of men don't want to wait 2 weeks, 2 days. So 30 days is pretty good. Like if this man will wait 30 days, I think that's pretty good. I think that's kind of reasonable. But one of the things that this man was saying was he said that a lot of times when you have sex prematurely, then you have no. What he said is you like somebody, right? But then as soon as you have sex, so if you're courting somebody, okay, I mean, let me see if I can think of what he said. He said, if you're courting somebody, you're trying to get to know them, right? And then at some point, you'll see whether you like them or not. You can know whether you like them or not. But when you have sex with them relatively quickly, you know even quicker whether you like them or not. Because this was the logic. Because once you finish doing what you're doing, then all of those beer goggles come off and you start seeing that person from a man's perspective. Start seeing that person and then you start seeing things that you don't like. You start seeing, the things that it may have taken you some time to see had you not had sex, but typically they lose interest after they have sex.
So there is some truth to the fact that usually the buildup before the actual act is mesmerizing for a man. It is the divide and conquer. It's the hunt, right? And
Carmel said the crazy comes out after sex.
No, but for guys.
No, for women.
For guys, a lot of time once they do the act, they may lose interest. But listen, here's the reality: the sex is the easy part, right? So when we really talk about it, you wait 90 days, you make 9 minutes, you wait 9 months, whatever it is. the sex is the easy part. Shame on you if you have the sex and you find out that it's not good and you kind of don't like the person either. I think it's important to get to know that person so that you know them on other levels beyond the physical piece, right?
Right.
Because the one thing that we know for sure is that, you know, it ain't gonna always be as good as the first time, or maybe it'll get better over time, but the sex part is easy. I think a more interesting question or a more interesting topic, Constance, I'd always like to ask women, do you know within the first 15, 20 minutes of meeting the person whether it can or cannot go down? That will be the better question.
Whether the man can go down or whether the
no. So let's say you're on a first date.
Did anybody hear that? Can he go down? Or
no. I didn't say go down. I say it goes down.
Oh, okay.
You're on a first date. Within 30 to 40 minutes of conversation and having an opportunity to connect and vibe with this person, can you ascertain that this is a person that I can see myself having a physical connection with? Can you tell within 30 to 60 minutes?
I think most women can tell. They can get, I would say, you know, within the first ever conversation, or like being physically there, or just have on the phone. I think you'd have to be like,
because obviously the act can only happen if two people are together, you know, in one place. So
you know, I'm saying if a woman knows by just talking or like being physically in their presence. So I would say, like, you know, I think within an hour, a woman will probably generally know this is somebody that, you know, if you talk to them, you spend some time, you got to know, you know, but you have to lead. I think you have to lead with, you know, really good questions. And, you know, both of you being on the same intellectual wavelength, you like the same things, you know, music, books, philosophy, religion, you do all that stuff. You know, I think a woman could, well, you know, a woman that has some sort of depth to her, I think that she probably would know. I would imagine.
Yeah, I think that is the right answer. You know, within a short amount of time that, you know, this is something that I could see happening. And I know for sure for men, we don't need a whole hour. We can figure that out in the first.
Listen, you see a woman walk by. Yeah, you see a woman walk by, you know you smashing or not. You know, pretty much. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot. You know, I would hit that. I wouldn't hit that. Period. But I think women need a little bit more. I mean, some women, you know, they could look at a man and be like, I see his what'd you call it, Rob? Print. And no.
Are you a print watcher, Constance Carter?
I don't think so. No, not generally. No, but I mean,
you know what a print watcher is?
Yeah, I know what a print watcher is. Yeah, how many print watchers out there in the feed? If you are a print watcher, let us know.
You got to define that, Constance. I mean, you got to say something like gray sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants.
There you go.
Gray sweatpants are the lingerie for men. Gray sweatpants are equivalent to lingerie. Absolutely. A man in gray sweatpants, a fine man in gray sweatpants is everything.
We got our first crotch watcher, Rhonda Washington.
She's a crotch watcher. Raise your hands if you're a crotch watcher like Rhonda Washington. So let me ask you this, Rob. If a woman has this conviction in her heart that I am not going to have sex with anybody for at least 90 days, should she lead with that on the first date? Is that something she should lead with?
I tell you what, sex should probably not be the first thing that you cover on the first date. And if that is a part of your initial conversation, you probably
shorts are lovely too, Sheena. Absolutely. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, you probably on a one-way ticket to Pound Town and not much else after that.
Wait. Oh, say that one more time.
If sex is your first conversation, you are on a one-way ticket to Pound Town, and he probably will not be around.
He probably will not be around. So if
somebody's not going to be around.
So if I'm on a date with somebody, and I said, hey, so what's your thought about sex? Would that be a bad impression? Would that leave a bad impression?
I don't know. I think the way you present it, sure. If it comes up in the course of conversation and that's one of the things that you go over, I think that's fair game. But I mean, there's so much other things you need to know about, like credit. You need to know about spirituality. You need to know
so you checking credit? We checking credit before we have sex?
I mean, you can ask a general question like, what do you do to earn money? Or you could say, in 5 years, do you think you'll be making a major purchase? You know, so there are ways that you can talk about finances, because let's say you have great sex and everything else is bad. Again, you're in a world of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think that a woman should lead with that. Like on the first date, I think it's crazy. And I think a man will think you're crazy too. Like, I'm waiting 90 days. Okay, bitch, bye. See ya.
Not the B word. You know what? I tell you what. A real man, if you told him that 90 days was your rule, one or two things would happen. He's going to give you poker face and secretly think to himself, okay, let the countdown begin, because I'm guaranteed I'm going to beat 90 days. Or he will give you a visceral reaction, eyebrows raised, forehead start beating with sweat, or something happens. And that's a telltale sign that we need to pay attention to, ladies. As you like to say, Constance, that is a red flag that will soon turn into
Six Flags.
That's right.
Yeah, and if you're having sex, just like Brian Williams said, sex can actually blind you because you overlook a lot of things because, you know, and a lot of times people think that it's love when it's actually really lust. And then you start making decisions, bad decisions. And then, like someone said earlier, the crazy comes out and you start doing all these crazy things. I seen something that my friend Denise said. She posted on her Facebook page the other day, which is something that I had heard someone else say, but they hadn't articulated as good as she did. And I want to read it to you because I thought it was so poignant in this day and time when people are going through love and emotions. It says she posted a meme that says, "I don't want to be madly in love ever again. I want to be healthy in love, sanely in love, peacefully in love." And in her commentary, she said, being madly in love is definitely an unhealthy emotional roller coaster and can make folks think that you're crazy at times, especially when your intentions are pure and your heart is genuine, but things just don't work out. Learning to be healthy in love takes some serious emotional intelligence that I'm working on daily. I thought that was really poignant because so many people, again, when you lead with sex or when you have it prematurely, without really knowing that person. That's why 90 days is probably a good idea, because you really know that person through and through thoroughly before you actually before you actually commit the act, you know, because you do it prematurely. You really don't know nobody in 30 days. I don't know if you really know them in 60.
I like the comment that Gregory just made. You know, most conversations, when it's driven by women, they will say that men are particularly looking to have sex. But if you look at pop culture right now, and I don't want to make it just the younger generation, but if you look at the shows and the songs that are popular right now, they are talking about graphic, overt sexual acts, so much so that women are fairly aggressive with expressing to the men that it's going down. And when I say it's going down, they want to have an episode. And when I say I have an episode, they want to do the hashtag grown up.
Yeah.
And much less than 90 days. And I find that to be more universally true than ever. So it's cool, and it's probably the PC thing to do, to post and say, wait 90 days. You should have a relationship first. But I'm here to tell you firsthand that your boy gets unsolicited advances, and they're not looking to find out, you know, do I know what 2 + 2 is?
I'm certain of it. So that takes a lot of self-control. What if you're casually dating though? So what if you're just like you're not looking for a commitment, right? So say you're single, you ain't trying to get married, you ain't trying to settle down, you just want to kind of have fun. Is it really appropriate? Are women saying, you know, I'm just trying to have fun? Are they waiting 90 days, or are they just like smashing and dashing?
Well, I can tell you some of the conversations that I have heard and been a part of. Women are very, very straightforward, and they will tell you if they want to be in a relationship or a situationship, and they're very, very upfront.
Mm-hmm.
At least over here on the East Coast.
I would imagine so. And see, I have a lot of single girlfriends, and the conversations that we have all the time. Everybody's looking for a good man. I don't really know too many women who are just out there just effing without feelings. Who are because I think at some point women, FWF, you remember the term FWF? I think at some point women end up catching feelings, and like I was saying, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and he was saying that you could even say, "Hey, we keeping it casual off top." He said, I'm real honest, and I'll tell people that I'm keeping it casual, and we'll both agree up front. But then at some point, she'll catch feelings, and then it'll turn into something else, even though I told her off top, this is what it is. So can women really be out there like that? Just randoms?
You've been having a lot of conversation with men lately. Let me just put that out there. But to the point of what was explained to you, that's true. I think that the conversation needs to be had up front. And I think that the men and the women need to say exactly what their intentions are.
Yeah.
And if they are to, FWF, say that. If they, I'm on a trial basis, say that. Whatever it is, you should be straightforward and to the point and saying, what your position is. Because I have found that if you don't, you can put yourself in a position that, is really uncomfortable, and, somebody's feelings getting hurt.
Yeah.
And that's one thing you want to kind of avoid in this day and age if you call yourself an adult. So you want to get that conversation out of the way. And if you ask the question, ladies and men, you need to be grown enough to be able to handle whatever the answer is, because, the last thing you want to do is think you're in a relationship and find out that you are.
Yeah, that would be sad. Greg said that's all a game played by an experienced player. That was my line back in the day. I just want to keep it casual. I don't want nothing serious. It is what it is. Because men really, there is a difference between men and women. Men can really become detached and can compartmentalize sex.
Casual sex equals payment.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Cheryl, please help us out with that.
They got to pay to play? What are we saying, Cheryl? Hey, Dario, we appreciate you too. Hey, everybody, listen. While you're chiming in, we want to know where you are chiming in from. There are thousands of people watching all over the world, we know. So where are you guys chiming in from? I know that earlier we seen people from Chicago, people from Charlotte, some folks from DC, some folks from San Jose, people in Cali, people in New York. I know Cheryl Diane, she said she's from the islands. So
you had somebody in South Africa too.
Yeah, South Africa. Yesterday we had Holland. So where are you guys chiming in from? While we're talking? She said if it's casual, then it's for prostitution. Is she talking about prostitution? She said if it's casual, then it's for hire. Just saying. Is that how they do it in the islands? I mean.
So here's the thing. I think that
quick.
Quiet, quid pro pro.
Quid pro. Yes.
Shatayera bosaye papa.
Hey, we need to pour some holy water on all of them.
All of them.
So you got
California. What's happening, Gregory? Maryland in the house.
90-day rule. So let me just set it back up because we've been talking for a while. Is a 90-day rule, does that work in this day and time? Is that something that is actually even possible? In this microwavable society, everybody wants everything now. I know when I'm making money, I want my money now. I know when I'm doing certain things and I want changes to happen or whatever it is, I want it to be instantly. If I want to do something, if I want to get up and go somewhere, I want to be able to go somewhere instantly. I don't want nobody to tell me to wait. I'm just that person. So the same for sex for some people. People don't want to wait for anything. So can people actually realistically wait? How many men that are watching here today have actually waited 90 days? And how many women that are watching here have actually waited 90 days? Has anyone actually ever waited 90 days? You know what, Rob? I have. Because I was 15 when I met my
You tell him, Constance. 90 days, baby.
I was
My
15.
name is Robert Antoine, and I want to just tell you and applaud you, Constance, that 90 days is absolutely commendable. And I appreciate a woman who can keep a man's attention for 89 whole days, because
No, I mean, you listen.
91.
I was
I
way
think that conversation
way
needs to be
longer
had.
than 90 days, but I'm just saying, we were 15 when we started going out. So
Well, yeah, 15, you shouldn't be having sex anyway. Shame on you.
Right, absolutely.
So you wait till you were 16 in one day? Is that how that happened?
Don't be all up in my business.
I hope your mom ain't watching.
Huh? Yes, I was married. We were married, Mom. We were married. I was virgin, so I got married. Yes. So that is my story.
Oh, that's funny. So let me ask you this. So if the 90-day rule is in effect, let's just say for pretend, all of our listeners who are actively pursuing and participating in this 90-day rule, it seems like a must. So is there any other form of intimacy that's happening in these 90 days? I'd be very curious to hear that. Is there some kissing going on? Is there some hand holding going on? Is there some, dry humping? I mean, what's happening to sustain the spice and keep the attention of the opposite sex for 89 days? Because 90 days.
I was talking to a young lady a couple months ago, and she was telling me how, her and her boyfriend were waiting. And I said, that's commendable. That is so freaking awesome that you guys are waiting. She said, yes, we are not trying to be intimate. We are trying to get to know each other on an intimate, spiritual level, connect, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa, that is dope. I said, well, how are you guys able to do it? She goes, well, we just have a lot of oral sex. And whoa.
Squeezing the toothpaste. Freddie, baby.
If you're having a lot of oral sex, then you may as well have regular sex, right?
I mean, Lord's Angel. Let's go back to Lord's Angel. Let's go back to Lord's Angel. She said no dry humping. Did without sex 2 years, winning out, holding. Yes, kissing, hugging, holding during the wait. Okay, John. Yeah, the kissing and the hugging, all of that is part of the courtship. So I certainly hope that is happening, because if you're dating for 90 days and there's no connection physically at all, it's probably a waste of somebody's time.
Lord's Angel said that is not waiting. That is not, yes, it's not. And yes, see, listen, I think kissing can be more intimate than actually having sex.
It really is.
Yeah, because when you're kissing, that could be a whole little emotional thing going on. So
if you had to rate yourself, Constance, on your kissability, because I see you with the red lip gloss popping, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the absolute best or 1 being, how would you say you are as a kisser on a scale from 1 to 5?
10.
10.
God bless me with these big old puckers for nothing. Everybody in my household got lips. Everybody in my house got lips.
So you you're bona fide 10.
Bona fide 10. 10 out of 5. Yes.
10 out of 5.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm with you. No lip locking. I hear you, Shawnee Green.
I believe kissing is definitely more intimate than the actual act of having sex. So let me ask you this. So in the world of dating, you being, a eligible bachelor, I read somewhere that there's a 3-day rule not to text. 3-day no text rule. You meet somebody. Let
me clear the room for all the suckers and the game players in the room. I went through a time when I wanted to.
Or Mel said, when you kiss, it leads to sex. Just saying. Keep it real.
It really does. And that tells you a lot in the kissing.
Fred said, I'm not waiting 90 days to see if it's trash.
That's Fred.
So,
Fred is a freak anyway.
Yeah, we already know Fred. Fred crazy. But think about this. You are feeling this person. You didn't build up the anticipation. You are, you've had great conversation, everything is good. You didn't kiss, the kissing is good. You didn't held hands, that's good. And you wait that 90th day. Some people wait till they're married to have sex. And it's absolutely trash. You dumping it, Rob?
Well, I like the earlier comment that you should be squeezing the toothpaste at some point during the 90 days. Now hold on to keep your pearl. Squeezing the toothpaste?
Yeah.
Well, let's all, for a moment, shall we, think about a tube of toothpaste. And at some point, we squeeze the toothpaste. So squeezing the toothpaste should be done within the first 90 days if you're looking to adhere to your...
I don't know what squeezing the toothpaste is.
You don't? I'm sure somebody will tell you exactly what squeezing the tooth. There you go. Good job. Squeezing the tooth.
I don't squeeze my toothpaste like this, but I'm assuming this is what you mean. So, because I just, be like this. So you're squeezing, right? All right. So you should squeeze the toothpaste. So that means you should feel his genitalia at some point within the 90 days. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, there's some incidental touching that's going to happen in 90 days, especially if you're feeling the person.
I mean, it's not going to be trash when you do it. I'm not saying, that it's like, him being small or whatever, that has no bearing. I'm just saying, should if you wait that 90 days, everything is good. They check all the boxes, everything. You're floating on cloud 9, cloud 22, cloud 100, day 90. All right, you ready? You've been building up to this. And it is whack as hell.
You asked me what would I do, or
I'm asking you what would you do? She said, "Y'all get nasty."
So I don't have a point of reference to pull from. So
you don't have to have a point of reference to pull from. Okay, I can say without having a point of reference to pull from, if it's trash, I'm on a dash. You're out of here.
Well, what constitutes trash exactly?
Trash?
Yeah.
Like if it's, I don't know, it's not good, I guess. It's gross. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I imagine if he checks all the boxes and everything is good and you guys are vibing really well, that it wouldn't be trash because the intimacy is going to be on a whole nother level.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying to you, I mean, who's counting? 90 days, 9 months.
Okay. Her coochie stink. Her coochie dry.
What? Huh?
Are you?
Oh God! I know you didn't just talk about CWP, did you? Did you talk about CWP? Wow.
Charles, you ready to come on here with us?
You talked about creek water pus.
I'm just saying she got that creek water.
Worse.
After 90 days.
Huh?
After 90 days, you find out it's creek water.
Oh, that's
you out. But she checked all the boxes, Rod. She checked all the boxes.
It was nice knowing you.
It Absolutely. Was good. Yeah.
My daddy told me a long time ago, if you can smell it before you get near it, it's probably not something you need to be.
Might be rotten. It's not good for you.
Or as my mama would say, you fool around, get worms.
Well, Frederick, what do you talk about Viagra having 2-hour non-stop? What are we doing? Some men ain't trying to take no Viagra. Some men don't want the blue pill. Just saying.
Yeah, well, 2 hours is a long time.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Who's got that much time to waste?
Say that again.
I said, who's got that much time to waste?
Exactly.
No, that's cool though. I think that there's certainly some deal breakers, but in 90 days, you should take the time to get to know that person, you know, on more than a physical level. And hopefully, as you said, Constance, all the boxes are being checked because, you know, just getting out there, jumping in the pool in less than 90 days is a recipe for some crazy stuff to pop off. Let me just leave it there.
Yeah.
But my name is Robert Antoine, and I just want to tell all you saints out there that you should be waiting until you're married. You should make sure that you talk to your pastor or your spiritual advisor. Matter of fact, talk to her mama, talk to her daddy, or she can talk to your mama or your daddy and find out what's happening on a real level other than the physical.
Listen, who's really waiting though? Even your saints. Ain't nobody really. I mean, I know pastors who ain't waiting. I know deacons and trustees and missionaries and evangelists.
You must be watching that video of that pastor that one time that was putting on a class about
what's the cousin pastor?
How to eat seafood. No, the one that was on. You remember that was on like all over social media.
Yeah,
there's a pastor who got exposed because he was eating.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, yeah. He was a pro.
It's a master class.
Yeah, he was a pro. Woo!
Yeah, but here's one thing that we keep missing out on, though. In the era that we're in right now, I wholeheartedly agree that in the era of COVID, like 90 days is absolutely doable. But I'm talking pre-COVID, you know, that may not be as reasonable because I don't want to test you out with a kiss or handhold and find out that, you know, I got COVID because I like you a lot.
Yeah, but you know, listen, in this day and age of COVID, it's easy. There's the dating apps are blowing up, so they're like the bandwidth is just. So we were talking the other day on a panel on a show, and one of the ladies was saying, "Hey, listen, it's so many more good. I've been on dating sites for years, and it's so many more good eligible bachelors on dating sites now because of COVID. We can't even find, you know, because nobody go nowhere. So the dating sites I heard are really good. And then only thing you got to do before you hook up is send your COVID test results. Send your COVID test.
You know something else that I just saw? Rhonda, put Rhonda's post back up. A better conversation is to get yourself a STD test.
Absolutely.
Then talk about sex.
Okay, so let's talk about it because what is the site? There is a site that one of my girlfriends was talking about. It was a hookup site. There's an app where it's just, I forget what it's called, but it's just for hookups. So she's like, I guess it has a GPS on it. She's like, wherever I go, like if I go to New York and I want to hook up, I just turn on my app. If I go here and I want to hook up, and she goes, and everybody has their test results. But I would think, isn't that like kind of, you know, they could have like altered test results. You know what I mean?
You mean like an escort service kind of deal, or?
No, it's like I just want to hook up. I just want to like, you know, FW. Yeah, I just want to smash. So if I'm
Tinder.
in New York,
is it Tinder?
It's not Tinder. Nope, it's another one. But it's strictly for hookup. Tinder is for dating. This is just a hookup word. Everybody knows what it is.
Tinder's for dating?
Huh? Yeah,
Tinder's for dating?
Tinder's a dating site. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard some wild stories about some Tinder dates.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, I've heard some really, really wild stories.
I would imagine that all the dating sites will be, because I heard wild stories about Plenty of Fish. You know, men lead with D-pics. Who wants that?
What was that? Lead with what?
D-pics.
D-pics?
Mm-hmm. D-pics.
D-pics. What is D-pics?
Dick pics.
Huh?
Somebody put in the comments box for this man.
I don't understand what you're saying. They lead with D-pics. What do you mean?
Yeah. Dick pics.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Tinder is for dating. Is it though? I don't. Okay. So and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was a dating site like Match. So Tinder's not a dating site like Match? Okay.
I don't have a point of reference there either. So
Laura said, I thought Tinder was for gay people. Just met. See, listen, I don't even know. I am so confused. But I heard like Plenty of Fishes are really. Thank you, Lord. I should have said penis. I should have said thank you. Thank you. They were trying to. You were a little slow, Rob. They helped me out. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is sexting? So I'd like to know from. I'd like to know from the folks who are watching. Is sexting? Is that a kid thing, or is that what grown adults are still doing? Is that part of the 90-day process?
Listen, I'm around a lot of single ladies.
Mm-hmm.
They sexting all day long.
Sexting?
Oh, they're sexting all day long. Yeah.
So they're like want to take a potty break and they snap one off and send it?
Snap what off?
A picture.
Sexting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sexting means it doesn't just mean sending pics, right? It's just sending like sex text, right? Like you're talking about.
Sexting is definitely, I thought, sending the actual visual.
Oh, well, it's probably. Listen, we old. It's probably a combination of both.
Listen, Dad, sexting is when.
It's probably a combination of both, I would imagine, where they're sending visuals and they're sending nasty stuff. I love sexting. See, keeps up sponsoring. Chandra said,
mind your business, Chandra. I know things.
I love sexting, keeps it spontaneous. What is sexting? Okay, you guys tell us, because
High five.
I thought sexting was just sending like little erotic. Well, maybe that was before the camera phones. Little erotic things like, I want to do this to you. I want to, yes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I didn't realize it was the pics too. So, yeah.
It's definitely, I think, the graphic piece that is being sent out.
I know.
So are you condoning that to your young people that are in your household?
Absolutely not.
I don't trust.
Do I think that female vagina?
Mario. Okay.
Do this. So they're just like sitting there. Wait a minute. Wait.
Dario, I don't think I've ever gotten one of those, buddy.
So folks are just like posing and.
I wish there was a smell that came where so you could find out if it's creek water, No, that's Hey.
So you never got a front shot? You ever get a back shot?
Have I ever got a what now?
Back shot? You said, Dario said we all adults, Dario. You said you never got a front shot. You ever got a back shot?
Huh? What kind of questions are these?
You put it out there. You said never got one of those. Okay, well, hey, since you put it out there, hey, maybe.
You know what? That's locker room talk. Oh, there's all sorts of things that kind of pass around in the locker room.
Ah, okay. It'd be man trying to sex text if you effing freakos. Texting you.
Okay.
He's calling us freakos.
I don't know. Fred needs a hug. Fred needs a hug. I can tell you that right now.
So Carmel said a picture of a guy's penis to me is not pretty.
Okay.
No comment. All right. So are you trying to get scratches?
Javon, I think you're onto something. By the way, shout out to that young lady that's pictured there. She was at the inauguration. She's absolutely amazing. We need to get her onto the show.
Oh, Dario, if you work with strippers now, you ever seen female stripper, Rob? I've seen plenty of female strippers.
Have I seen what?
Female strippers?
Sure.
I've seen them do magic tricks. Like they are off the chain. I've seen them light fires, like from their privates. They do tricks. I seen one of them pick up a guy, flipped him around, did like this. And I mean, it was crazy. These strippers are off the chain. Karma hasn't seen any nice D pics. Tia. Anyway,
Alrighty then. I feel kind of.
So 3-day wait to text. Should people wait?
Yeah, that's what you were talking about, a 3-day wait to text. Listen, if I'm feeling you and I really, really like you, I'm not waiting 3 days. As a matter of fact, on day number 3, I'm sending the text. You love me? You love me? You love me? How about now? You love me now? I think I might do that. I'm not waiting 3 days to send a text, because if I actually like you, time is something that we can't control. We don't have a whole bunch of time. Like if you look at the second hand on the clock, the little red thing, as it goes around and around and around, you can't get those seconds back. So as we're wasting time trying to be cool, trying to be evasive, those are moments that you are wasting. So if I really like you, I'm not going to wait 3 days to try to call you. Now, I may be really, really busy, and it may actually be 3 days before I call you back, but I know the clock is ticking. And if I like you, I want to make sure that I reach out to you in some capacity. And if I don't reach out to you in 3 days, I'm going to say, man, I should have reached out to you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not waiting 3 days just because I want to not look pressed or that's stupid.
That's that grown man-ish.
Grown man.
Yeah, I think these youngsters probably do that craziness. Like if you like a girl, you like a girl. If you don't, then you don't. I mean, just express what you like. That's just stupid. You just wasting time. I think it's just stupid. I ain't gonna text you. I gotta wait. I don't want to look pressed.
Hey, Earl, what do grapes and cherries mean together? I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Constance?
That means he likes to use those
grapes
in the capacity of having dessert.
Oh. The 3 that, yeah, there you go. It's so nice looking.
Wait, let's go back to that one. Let's go back to that one, Charles. Wait, let's go back to this. Some nice looking ones.
Oh,
okay. No, okay. Forget it.
Good deal, Dario.
Nice, smooth looking. No, here they not all ugly.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, you don't know what that means, Robert. Would you like for me to put it in English for you?
Yeah, please.
I am not.
Thank you. You don't even know what that means either.
She said it's some nice looking penises out there. She said she was responding to Carmel saying that penises are ugly. Javon said she tossed some salads. That's how they end up in your mouth. What? Oh, oh God! We're gonna get barred from. Okay. I hate the 3 day. Let's go. Let's keep it like I hate the 3 day. Bang bang the head. Robert, steer this conversation. Robert, change the conversation.
Explain something. Let me pray for each and every one of you. Read this show right now. Funny what you find out while you're having a conversation, Constance. By my counts, our people are sexting. They're not waiting 3 days. They're smashing on the first night. They have absolutely no problem telling you whether it stinks or it doesn't. We have kissers that are watching. So we pretty much covered everything that you can talk about and that may go down before 90 days. So it's my guess that 90% of the people who are watching tonight have not and do not wait 90 days.
I would beg to differ and say 100% of the people on here have not. Because I asked the question earlier, men, have any of you waited 90 days? Women, have any of you waited 90 days? Nobody said they've waited 90 days. So I'm thinking that there is nobody on here. And I'm not talking about you celibate people who can't find nobody or, who don't want nobody and all that. I'm talking about if you are actively dating, you're actively going out there and seeking to have some companionship. Is anybody waiting 90 days?
So I should shout out to some of the cats that I'm on the prayer line with every morning. I know a few young lions who are actively pursuing celibacy, and it's a tough struggle. Actually, that's a prayer request every day to keep my mind and my thoughts pure. So I do know people who can go longer than 90 days.
Are they dating? Are they actively dating, or are they celibate?
Well, the problem is they get into a situation and she doesn't really understand that he's trying to wait for his bride. And so to my point, the young ladies kind of lose interest because he's saying, listen, I made a vow to God, and I'm not going to break it for you or anybody. And usually the females that he's come in contact with, to my understanding, they can't understand that.
I get it. I'll say this. If I was in a situation where I was out dating, I totally would do my best to do the 90-day rule. I totally would definitely try to get to know a person on a much deeper level. I just don't believe in kissing a bunch of frogs. And I don't believe wasting my time with people who aren't worthy. I would not want to have a huge body count. I'm just not interested in that. So I would, and if they can't hang.
You don't really use body count? What's a body count?
People that you've had sex with. So I don't.
Is that the casual way that people say how many bodies you got? Or
yeah.
Is it the body count?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they asked, what's your number?
I mean, there's different ways to say it, but I'm just saying for me personally, and if they can't operate on that level, I have a lot of fun and joke around a lot, but if they can't operate on that level, then they don't need to be in my presence. I only want to attract people who want the same thing as me. And I'm not interested in going out there and just smashing everybody, smashing and dashing. It's just not, that ain't for me. So I would probably try very, very, very hard to acquiesce to the 90-day rule and nothing more sooner than that. So, if they don't like it, peace. They don't need to be in my presence anyway.
Cheryl Dion, I appreciate you and I celebrate you, sis, for not having a huge body count. So I don't know if huge is 10 or 15 to you, or maybe 6 is a big body count, but shout out to you because there are many, many men and women who have a body count that is in the double digits. And those are facts.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have a low body count. So I'm just what no sexual slang?
What's that?
What are you laughing at what Chandra said?
No, I didn't see what Chandra said. I don't know. This is a funny conversation. This is a really comical evening, and I like to laugh. So sometimes I'll just break out in laughter about just little things. But I appreciate the fact that you're saying what you're saying, because I too am in the same boat with you. I don't think that sex is the primary thing. I've been 21 before, so I've experienced life to the fullest. And, I'm just looking to move beyond the physical because the physical part is easy. The physical part is easy.
Yep.
Yeah, so much more than that.
Fred Williams, trust me, homie. Trust me, big homie. Yeah, no, not me. Not I. So
what did Fred say?
He said, we'll see. He said, sounds good. Your philosophy sounds good, but we will see.
Beat my man.
What?
Charlie Mack.
What?
I'm a frog with deep pockets. Hop over here, girl. You don't see Charlie Mack? Charlie Mack, everybody.
But you know what, though? Tia said that he just traumatized her. Yeah, I can't say that. But anyway, you guys don't share this out with anybody. I don't want nobody to see this. I'm just kidding. If you like what you're hearing, I want to make sure that you tune in every night.
Yeah, let's talk about Black love. Body count. 90 days.
Do not share this broadcast with nobody. I don't want nobody to know how much I don't know, or I do know, or how crazy I am.
No, you sound like you're very well versed on this whole dating thing, Constance, and the do's and the don'ts of actually, what should happen on a date. Your philosophy is well grounded and principle, and I agree with you. But I mean, I know.
So I'm basing my thoughts on just conversations I have with my girlfriends, and I have a lot of single girlfriends. And at this age, a lot of my friends who were married early on, they're at an age where they're single now. So we talk about all this kind of thing. And so just hearing all these different perspectives, a lot of horn dogs out there, you know, at my age, I'm 44.
What's a horn dog?
A lot of horny chicks. Like everybody is
horny. Oh, horny chicks. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of horn dogs. So, you know, everybody's at the sexual peak. Everybody's like, she's got to have it. She's got to have it. So there's a lot of those kind of conversations happening, you know, kind of like you guys' locker room stuff that be going on. But, you know, these women.
So where are these women that are horny?
I'm just saying, I have a lot of friends all over.
Where do you live in? Stockton, California?
I have friends from all over, sir.
Okay. But they're mostly from Cali?
Yeah.
So California, gentlemen, if you're
got a lot of
ranking out in your current town,
they are not horny. I mean, they're not horny. They're not desperate. They're not desperate. They're all, you know, very forward-thinking women who have a lot going on, but they have, you know, they're at their sexual peak. And so we have conversations very often about just general things like that. And so I was actually talking to someone today because I said, hey, this is what I'm going to talk about tonight. And she said, I ain't even going to lie. I ain't going to do it. I'm a grown ass woman. I ain't waiting 90 days. You might get 3 days out of me. I don't know if you're going to get 10. I'm on the first date, period. So, you know, these are the kind of conversations that we're having. I would just say for me, like, I think that if you, Dario used to live in Stockton. I think for me that if, you know, if I'm out there, you know, just kind of, I just don't want a whole lot, you know, I don't want a whole lot of people in my space, a whole lot of negative energy. You just don't know who you're going to run into out there. So it's kind of scary.
You see some of the comments that are coming across the screen right now? Somebody just asked for a sexual resume. So let me bring a little bit of levity to this conversation. For those of you who are into Black love, we are also into Black beauty. We lost a Black icon today, it's Cicely Tyson. I believe she just celebrated like a 96th birthday. But if any of you have ever watched a movie of significance for any amount of time, you all know the name Cicely Tyson. She was once married to Miles Davis, the jazz great. But rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. I appreciate her. She's been very, very vocal about her love language, love life, some of the men she's been with, and she's very, very strong and forward in that. And I just want to shout out and say rest in peace to an icon who exemplified Black love and Black beauty for centuries. I mean, when you think about that, like 96 years old, I don't know exactly what her age is, but I know she has eclipsed the 90-year-old range, and she was still active, still visible socially. And you know, I just applaud the Tyson family. My prayers go out to them, and I thank the memory of Cicely Tyson and all that she was able to do and exemplify for Black beauty and this topic that we talk about every Tuesday and Thursday about Black love. So I just want to shout out to everybody and just let everybody know that an icon in our midst is no longer. So make sure you hug somebody, love somebody, wait 90 days, but more importantly, make sure that you are intentional about acting out LOVE. I wish somebody could see my love right now, but it's the Constance Carter VIP that's full.
We saw it in the, there we go. 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 I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to, I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to personal preference. And you know what? The thing about it, Rob, is whether you wait a day or 90, you've grown. And there's no judgment at this point. It's not like we in high school where we're saying, oh, she's a hoe because she had sex with this boy or whatever. I remember them days. You know, you've grown. And if as long as you can take it, do it. As long as you're safe, do it. Nobody has control over your life but you. And, you know, at the end of your life, whatever happens between you and God is between you and God. Whatever happens, you know, on Judgment Day is between you and the Lord. But I say, listen, do whatever feels good to you. And there is no judgment on any of our parts. Because at the end of the day, we all grown. What say you, Robert?
I'm judging your ass. If you're doing it in 9 days or 9 hours, the first time you meet somebody, you are wrong, sister. you are wrong, my brother. There are so many things that can happen. There's so many things going on. Can I say COVID? Can I say STD? How about herpes? How about HPV? How about gonorrhea? How about syphilis? How about HIV? You don't go and sit your ass down somewhere and wait a little while before you go out here trying to hump around and get you some. You better sit down somewhere and wait with your managed self and your armored self, like my friend used to say. Sit down somewhere.
What about condoms?
Huh? What about them? Have you heard of crabs before? That transfers from person to person contact.
But
sit down somewhere.
You can get rid of crabs. You can get rid of crabs. You can get rid of crabs.
I have no point of reference to tell you how to get rid of crabs. I'm just telling you.
Like all these things that you're saying are curable. I mean, I'm not saying that you should go and do it because they are, but I'm just saying, like.
Actually, you just endorsed everybody. Forget about the 90-day rule. According to Constance Carter.
I'm saying, as for me in my house or as for me in my life, I'm waiting. But for everybody else, whatever you do, that's on you. You grown. And I don't care what you do. You grown. And if my girl come back and say, listen, Constance, I did it on the first date. I'm like, okay, well, how was it? I'm not saying, oh, girl, for real? No, how was it? Okay, do you? Because I know for me, I'm not doing it. Period.
Good for you, Constance. I applaud you, sister. You shouldn't be, actually. But anyways, I just want to make sure that everybody who's watching, you know that we're having this conversation all in fun, all in jest. I love Black love, and I always celebrate couples that are together. Your ebony, beautiful self, queen, and your strong self, king. Make sure that when you make a connection, there is an actual exchange of energy. So make sure that your connection is the right one. And it cannot always be about your erection. Your connection cannot always be about your erection. So brothers, make sure you get past the pretty face and the Coke bottle shape, because just because she looks cute don't mean she ain't crazy. Just because she looks cute don't mean she ain't crazy. Yeah.
Well, I have fun with you tonight, Rob. This was actually a really, really fun conversation with everybody. I don't like everybody see how crazy we are, because we can get down and dirty and crazy and all that other good stuff. But it's actually fun having a just open conversation about. I hit in 20 minutes less at G. Okay, Slim, that's what's up. But it's always good to talk to you every Tuesday and Thursday. And you know what? Tomorrow, Rob. Guess who's going to be on Conversation Starters Live? Do you remember
Lisa Cummings?
Do you remember Father MC from
Father MC? If you do for me, I will do for you.
Yeah, Uptown Records.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get a chance to chat and rap with old Father MC tomorrow night, same time, same bat channel, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So you guys tune in to Conversation Starters Live tomorrow. And listen, I do a Q&A every Tuesday at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I want you to go to Constance Carter VIP and subscribe to the channel, because I want to talk to you about and Rob's going to join me one day. Rob, you going to join me on Constance Carter VIP so we can ask all the questions that they want to ask in an intimate, live.
Can I shout something out I'm doing tomorrow too?
Absolutely.
31 years old. No, I'll let you finish. I apologize.
No, it's all good. Also, guys, this weekend, the Women of Wealth Weekend is going to be this Saturday, this Sunday. Your girl's going to be on the panel on Saturday and on Sunday. So I want you to go to flynubianqueen.com. You're going to hear from a lot of queens. I think it's over 20, 30 women. And we're going to talk to all these women about how to grow your money and not blow your money. Because if you blow your money, it ain't a damn thing funny. So make sure you go to flynubianqueen.com and get your tickets for the weekend, the Women's of Wealth Weekend. And, oh my God, I just got a date for Costa Rica for the Weekend of Wealth. June 18th through the 21st, we are going to be in Costa Rica. We got a beautiful fly-ass mansion, and we are going to be dropping wealth nuggets to men, to women. If you want to change your life, change the trajectory of your life, It's going to be a transformational retreat in Costa Rica, June 18th through the 21st. I don't have it out. I don't have the information out there yet, but keep this in mind. You do not want to miss this. We'll have a full staff, beautiful, luxurious mansion. Oh my God. It's going to be the best thing ever. June 18th to the 21st, the Weekend of Wealth Retreat, hosted by your girl, Constance Carter. And that is going to be absolutely spectacular. Okay, Robert, I'm sorry. Now, what did you want to say?
Damn, I mean, I can't top that. I mean, you said Costa Rica?
In Costa Rica.
And then you're going to be, huh?
You going to come? You coming with?
Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Book me. Definitely. Absolutely. I would love to go to Costa Rica. That is probably someplace that I would like to go. I've never been before. But anyway, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Constance, I'm going to be talking to a couple of my super friends. Carlos V. Spencer, I think he jumped on the program one time when I was Yeah. And Candace Woodruff. We're going to be talking about taxes.
Okay.
How to make more money instead of losing your money. Because April 15th is quickly coming. A lot of people got those COVID checks, or is that PPP loans or whatever you want to call it?
The STEMI.
The STEMI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk with a couple super
friends. What's the name of your show, Rob?
Huh?
What's the name of your show?
Let Me Talk to You.
Let me talk
to you.
All right. Please support my boy, Rob. I will be on. What time? 1 o'clock?
That's probably 9 o'clock your time. I think it's 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Rob's gonna be talking. Rob on the job is gonna be talking to you about taxes. I will be tuning in to learn everything that I can learn, because I always want to support my boy and everything that he does. So make sure you guys tune in. And before you leave out of here, you guys, make sure you share this broadcast. We talking crazy, but we love all the support that we get every single night. There were thousands on here. Heart, everything up, heart it up. As we leave out here, just hit the heart button. Just keep hitting the heart button and show us your love.